Welcome back. Rain or shine, there will be rodeo action down at Exhibition Park tonight. And here are your leaders from day one action. Matt Late of 7 Persons, Alberta, rode Wish List to a 78 to lead the bareback. Joshua Peak was fastest out of the chutes with a 5-1 in the steer wrestling. Panoka, Alberta cowboy Luke Butterfield rode Spanish Pear to an 84. He leads the saddle bronc after day one. Kai Marshall leads the tie-down roping. He was lightning quick, coming out at 7.9 seconds. Donna Bellerback of Maple Creek, Saskatchewan leads the barrel racing, turning in a time of 14.932 seconds. Natton's Lindsay Sears sits third after day one. John Robertson leads the team roping after a run of 5.6 seconds. And in the main event, how about Bo Brooks turning in a score of 88.5 on Cinnamon Twist. These are your leaders after day one. Day two begins tonight at 7 o'clock. Tickets are still available. And shareholders will have their chance to voice their concerns on Monday night as the Lethbridge Hurricanes hold their 27th annual general meeting. Number one concern for fans is obviously the on-ice product, but the biggest concern for the executive has got to be money. The club lost reportedly over $1 million in the past few years.
We've got a plan. At the meeting, we'll go through where we're at, where we are currently, where we were, and what the plan is going forward. We're working hard at not only the on-ice product, but also the off-ice product in terms of what we have to offer. And you know, you tweak a little bit here and you adjust that, and sometimes you got to throw crap out because it just doesn't work.
And Don Clark has decided not to seek re-election as the board president. Now, both President Don Clark and GM Rich Preston admit part of the problem has been the on-ice product, but they're confident they're headed in the right direction. Preston says the goal is playoffs. What else is he going to say, of course? And he's confident that he has the roster in place to do so. He also has 2 of the club's highest picks ever in Reed Duke and Ryan Pilon. The pieces are in place, he says, to achieve his goal.
I think we're seeing good signs. You look at the 10 rookies we brought in last year, they'll be that much better this year. And I think from day one, to have a top goalie is really going to help.
And how's this for a pickup game on a Wednesday night? This was Nicholas Sharon Arena. There's guys like Robbie Klinkhammer, Devin Setaguchi of the Minnesota Wild, and of course Chris Versteeg out there playing with several Western Hockey League players. All of them have one thing in common. They don't know if there's going to be an NHL season, and they hope there is one, especially guys like Lucas Sutter, who recently was drafted by the Winnipeg Jets and is hoping to make an impression in his first pro camp.
I mean, obviously, if there is a pro camp, you want to go in there and you want to leave the best impression that you can. And I mean, anytime you go to a camp, you go to try and make a hockey team. And if that doesn't work out, then I want to go back to Saskatoon and win a Memorial Cup. I think that's kind of everyone's dream going through the Western Hockey League is to win a Memorial Cup, and to get an opportunity to host it is a big opportunity for me personally and for us as a team.
You can't blame him for getting anxious. It's been almost 6 months since Jordan Meehan has been inside the octagon. Jordan Meehan has never had a break like this one in his MMA career. He says it's not a product of injury, or rather of lineup. Strikeforce only has a few shows each year, and that's meant he's had to learn a brand new skill: patience. The 21-year-old says it's been trying at times, but he's eager to get back in the cage.
Yeah, I don't like 6 months off for sure. I'd rather be in there every 2 months, every 3 months, but it is what it is, you know. With fighting with Strikeforce, you gotta, you know, there's only a few shows a year, so gotta pick which ones you're on. So it is what it is. But I got to go to Vegas and train for a week, and I've been going to Calgary and training at Champions Creed. So I've been getting around and doing my thing at other gyms, and it's been fun.
Meehan is expected to be on Strikeforce's next card on September 29th. The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency erased 14 years of Lance Armstrong's career today, including his 7 Tour de France titles, and banned him from the sport he loves. The USADA has also said they expect the International Cycling Union to follow their lead, but cycling's governing body says it wants a full explanation for why Armstrong should lose his titles before making a final decision. A sad thing, Jack. He's done a lot of work for people with cancer. I've wore the bracelet for the past 8 years. My grandfather's died of cancer, so it's a sad thing for cycling and for that as well.
Okay. Well, coming up next, we're going to talk about something you don't see every day, and they just kind of pop up wherever you are. Flash mobs, and there was one in Lethbridge today. We'll show you where.